Hi, it's me, Ann LePan of Shooting Star Astrology, and this is my prediction for the year 2020. A major conjunction between Saturn and Pluto is going to be in the birth chart of the new year. This is a rare occurrence that hasn't happened since 1982. Power conflicts and struggles of control will prevail. Pluto will grab our responsible Saturn and make us disintegrate some of the roots that have taken hold that are no longer good for us in our lives. Kind of like pruning a garden. The challenge is going to be to look at the big picture and see what plants need to stay in the garden, basically. There are areas of our lives that our personal Saturns know that we want to keep, like our values, and we will fight not to tear them away. Both Saturn and Pluto will then work together to rebuild that garden in a responsible manner. The most successful people in this coming year will be those who do not act or speak on impulse. I am optimistic that people will rise to take control of their lives and get themselves onto a track of feeling powerful. As I said, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction is a struggle with power. When it happened in 1982, it was in the sign Libra, and the UK had its struggle with the Falkland Islands, and the United States was trying to blend technology and humanity at that time, because it was in Libra, and Libra likes to create harmony. And this resulted in Disney's opening the Epcot, and Time Magazine's Person of the Year was the computer. This time, however, because it's in Capricorn, a different sign, we're going to take a serious look at what is causing discord. And we're going to feel guilty that we haven't done everything that we already could, because that's the way of Saturn, and it makes us feel guilty. But then we're going to take responsibility, and we're going to make things right. Our self-confidence and self-esteem will increase once we get ourselves on the correct path. This is such a rare occurrence. The last time that there was a Saturn-Pluto conjunction in the sign Capricorn was in the year 1518. And the most notable thing that happened that year seems to be that there was a thing called the Dancing Plague. And what happened was, in Strasbourg, in the Roman Empire, a lady started dancing in the street, and people joined her. And by the end of the week, there were 400 people dancing in the street. And then over the next couple of months, more and more people came, thousands of people were dancing in the street, and they danced to the point of exhaustion. People died of heart attack and stroke. I am by no means suggesting that there will be outbreaks of epidemic dancing throughout the world in this coming year. But we use transits to show what happened in the past can guide us in our future. For example, when, say, Jupiter conjuncted Mars back in January of 2018, we might remember that a particular thing happened, whatever it was to us. So when the conjunction occurs again, then we'll know better and we'll know what to expect. We wonder what happened in 1518. Well, disease and famine were rampant at the time, and some suggest, quite logically, that possibly people ingested some sort of mold that infected their brains. Another theory is that this was a stress-induced hysteria. People may have danced to alleviate stress and grief. Finally, how it ended was that, I got this off history.com, was that they took the survivors to a mountaintop shrine to pray for absolution. I think 2020 is going to be stressful for a lot of people. The stress will lead to action, which will lead to release, which will eventually soothe us with inner peace. But we can also take it down to a personal level and take steps to guard ourselves against whatever tolls that upsetting things may inflict upon us. But we all know that we have the ability to muster up the strength we need to make things work in our favor. If the Saturn-Pluto conjunction is buried deeply in your chart, you're not going to feel it as much as the rest of us. Another thing that happened in 1518, because I can't let go of this, it's so fascinating, is that Mercury was in the sign Leo, the planet that rules our intellect, and it made people want to express themselves by showing what they could do. 2020 New Year, Moon in Pisces, can do a couple of different things. It can soothe tempers throughout the year, and it can also cause people to be gullible, because we want to believe that something that somebody is telling us can lead to a better day. In the chart of 2020, however, Mercury will be in Capricorn, and this will make people more practical and more strategic. By the end of the year, we should be able to see that the restructuring that we're going to be doing will be fitting better into our societies. That's it. Enjoy. I didn't sugarcoat that, did I?